What's going on, guys? Today I'm showing you how to make some lo-fi loops, some lo-fi samples. I'm just going to show you how you can do different types of loops and what I use to make them, what VSTs I use, what effects I put on them and stuff. And yeah, don't forget to get my my lo-fi loop kit. It's in the description. You can go get that right now. There's some free ones in there and you can buy the full version for like $5. But yeah, that's up to you. That's what I'm going to be showing you today. So yeah, let's get right into it. So one VST I use a lot is Lounge Lizard. You've probably seen it in a few of my videos already. This one's pretty good. It got lots of different types of pianos on it and stuff. Pianos that really just work for lo-fi. I mean, they also work for other genres, but like for lo-fi it's really good. So I'll just take a random one right now. So I'm going to use this preset right here that sounds like this. That's a pretty good preset I use a lot of the time. What I'll do for the effects, so first off I'll start with making the loop itself. So what I did is I put down the scale B minor, because a lot of lo-fi tracks are usually like B minor, a lot of them A minor, then everything but B minor really gives you that lo-fi sound that you're looking for. Put the BPM on 83. A lot of lo-fi tracks are also 140, but yeah, for now we're going to start with 83 and just put down a few chords. So that's pretty much a simple chord right there. Just skipping every other note in the scale. That pretty much gives you a simple chord like this. And as you can hear, that already sounds like pretty much a perfect chord that you could use right there. What you could do, for example, though, is take this one, just put that one up one octave, and it will sound like this. Or put it just one octave down instead. A lot of lo-fi producers do that. They'll put like both of them next to each other and not skip a note here, so it looks like this and sounds like this. I think we'll start off like this and just keep on building. So as you can see here, we've got these simple chords sound like this. They're sounding like this right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to select it all and then Control B just to copy it right over. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to change up on this side so it's not repetitive. So after that we're going to add a melody on top, but for now this is just the chords. So that's how I've changed it up now. So this is how it's sounding right now. Okay, so what I'll do next is I'll actually just clone this whole thing right here, so that you have the plugin open on another like thing, I don't know how you call that. So you have it open here, and then what I'll do here is I'll just add the melody in on top here. Sometimes I'll play out on the MIDI keyboard, and sometimes I'll just put it in like this, but we'll see. So yeah, this is the melody I'm going to put on top. It's pretty simple, it's not that crazy, and this is how it's sounding right now. So yeah, that's pretty much that. What I usually do next is I'll mess with the sounds, I'll put some effects on them a bit, and then I'll get back into the chords, and then I'll mess with like the velocity and that. But I'll do that after. So first thing I do is I usually put some EQ on there just to cut out the lows. I always cut out the lows to leave space for like the bass. I pretty much always would put EQ on your chords. Or just everything pretty much. Not everything, you know what I'm saying. Well, I start off is like this, and then also just cut out the frequencies that you don't like. Then next up I usually put some reverb on there. Then I'll put some RC20 on there as well. I'll use different type of effects every time, but the go-to for like lo-fi is always VHS, and then just mess around with these knobs down here. And then the last thing I'll do with like the effects and everything down here is I'll just mess with the velocity. I'll just mess with the velocity. I mean, yeah, that's it. So after I've done that, what I'll usually do is I'll come in here to the chords, I'll select everything, and then what I'll do, I'll press Alt R, and this brings up this little window right here, which will like mess with the velocity so it sounds like more realistic. And so pretty much just play with that until you find like the right place that you want to play it at, and then yeah, just leave it at that. Then the next thing I usually do is I'll select everything again and click Alt S. This will bring up this strums that will like strum all the notes. This will play with the velocity here again, but this will like play with when they're played. And for lo-fi, sometimes I'll even put it all the way out and it will give like this cool strum effect. But for this, I'm just trying to play it as if it's like a realistic piano. So I'll just play around here and just see what sounds best once again. So once you've done that, it should look something like this, you know, a bit strummed out everywhere. The velocity's all a bit everywhere as well. And then the next thing you can do is you can go to your melody, select it all again, click Alt R, and that will just play with the velocity as well. So yeah, once you've done all that, pretty much it'll look like this, and so it sounds all realistic. You've put all the effects on there, and that's pretty much it. That's how I do my loops. So this is how the end result sounds like. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's how I do my loops. Sometimes you can also mess with the LOFI filter, but I usually do that after you've done all the drums and that you can play with that for like during the beat. You can cut it in and out. Yeah, what you can also do is like if you don't like the preset, you can always just go in and change it. Like, let's see how it sounds like with this. So as you can see, it sounds pretty much good with all of like the effects. Like some will sound bad, some will sound good, so sometimes you have to mess with that as well. You can also always do it with FL keys first and then replace it with I use like, for example, I use Lounge Lizard, so that works for me quite well. But like you can do it with like, you know, Keyscape or whatever you're using. And yeah, that's how I do it. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like. Check out my other tutorials as well, and my main channel with all my beats on there. Get my lo-fi loop kit in the description. And peace.